Everyone, this is Justwar12 here, and welcome to the Gamer Prowess Incorporated channel on YouTube. Today we're doing another video inside Minecraft on the DWO server. Excuse me, on the last video I did a showcase reviewing TARDIS 20041's TARDIS design, and I was fortunate enough to ask TARDIS 20041 if he would let me review his design. Because if you've not seen that video, I highly recommend watching that video first before coming back to here, because that one shows lots of different elements from the classic and modern Doctor's TARDISes in one. And it's basically a better version of the memory TARDIS that was in Season 1 or Season 14, if you want to call it, of Doctor Who, with the 15th Doctor. So right now in this video, I just want to show you my TARDIS design that I created. I actually had help from someone on the server named Magician, and he actually titled it Hidden Depths, which is actually a 9th Doctor Big Finish audio. But the way the TARDIS I made is designed, it actually fits very well with its look. So that's the name of the TARDIS, Hidden Depths. So stay tuned as we explore this Hidden Depths TARDIS. Okay, so we're back in Minecraft. Now we're gonna go and step inside the TARDIS. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna do a tour around here. So we have wooden walls that are supposed to reference the 4th Doctor's secondary TARDIS console. He did actually have 2 TARDISes, the 4th Doctor. One was the regular classic white design, and the second one is a wooden console. You can see the walls are wood, and also you have the classic round things, which are white. You also got some blue ones as well. And from left to right, you actually have a hallway on the left side. So like, as soon as you come into the TARDIS, you walk in here, and I'm still crouching. You walk in, and then to the left is a hallway that leads into a very long row of lights. And on the right, you also have a working station where the Doctor can like take notes, excuse me, or examine certain pieces of alien DNA, or examine technology through a microscope. You also have a hallway at the very end that leads to two set of doors on either side. They both lead into bunk beds, which I'll get to that in a minute. When you come down these stairs, there's also a set of chairs, or a couch, if you will, a long couch that looks like something you would find at a furniture store. You got a different floor design on either side. So you have this one here, and this one at the very end. You also have this, they almost look like railroad tracks, but you have this design here, and this one here. So it basically gets repeated. And I'm going to change the controls real quick because this, I have no idea what is going on with my controls. Let me see, crouch. Okay, we're good. So basically, here we have some candles. And we also have 4 red columns coming up to the window that leads, which this is also a reference to the TV movie done in 1996 with the 8th Doctor. And you can also see the time vortex, as well as some planets. If I zoom in, you can see a really good shot of it. You also see the planet Earth as a player head. You also got some nether stars that are supposed to mimic stars in the planet's solar system, which are done using invisible item frames. Okay. So hopefully I'm not too the audio is doing fine. I think I had my mic a little farther away, but hopefully you guys can hear me well. So we're gonna see. We have the hallway working station. Okay, so we're all good. We have a hallway here. Now this design, or at least this hallway, is actually inspired off the game Backrooms, which is on Steam. That is also from the developers at Ionized Games. I believe those are the people responsible for the game, but there is apparently a level called Terror Hotel, which is level 5 in the game, and you are actually in a hotel hallway similar to this. I was actually inspired by the photos online and created a version of that because I actually used orange blocks instead of white blocks because in that photo there were some white. Well, actually, you probably can't see it on your end, but my background is actually supposed to be that Terror Hotel level from Backrooms. And the floor is actually close to it. It's have these orange flower spots on the floor, on the hallway. And they also have tiny dots to them as well. But with Minecraft's limitations, you actually cannot do something like that, so I had to improvise, and this is the result. Okay. So once we open this door, we also have these different bunk beds. They're also on the other side as well. You also got a couple of lights. Okay, so those are the bunk beds. Now we're going to move on to the next area, which are the more hallways. You can also see some round things. I was definitely inspired by the War Doctor's TARDIS because it had these type of colors to it. The War Doctor's TARDIS is also, I would say, a classic version of the 9th and 10th Doctor's TARDIS because it uses the classic round things for the walls as well as the coral panels that were seen in 9th and 10th Doctor's TARDIS, as well as the console. You also got some hallways right here. And there's one at the very end. But right now we're gonna actually go inside one of them. So starting off here. And we're actually gonna go right in through this room here. Okay, so what we have here is basically a meeting room. You can see this is where you have a hologram here of Earth. You have the Gallifrey symbol. You have a couple of hologram projection boards that the Doctor can use to either search for any life forms or even search any family history with Slitheen or Silurians or Daleks. This is also where the Doctor can search his browser history as well. Okay, so we're gonna go and start with the very first console room here. So there's obviously 3 different consoles that I actually made. They're all modern and also classic themed, but mainly a lot of the classic elements from the show during like the 1960s and the 70s era are used, but in a modern approach. So we step in, we have these doors, these classic doors, and you have what looks to be blue glass or maybe a hologram. I actually don't know what I was thinking when I made this design. I was kind of, it had a more of a Star Trek vibe to it with the blue and the white. So I decided to add it here. You also got some round things, some blue ones, and of course you got the pillar, like in the show. You got some round things along with the big monitor that I added. You also got this almost Star Trek elements kind of going on. It's basically a window that looks into space. More round things, another workstation with a classic inspired chair that the first Doctor's TARDIS and second Doctor's had. A food dispenser that doesn't do anything at the moment, but it makes a noise. You also have a smaller rendering of the Gallifrey symbol with a candle. A couple of storage boxes, and another set of round things. As well as the hat rack and this compass item that the first and second Doctor's TARDIS had. Which, if you guys know the name of this element in the TARDIS, let me know in the comments below. Because I know this is in their TARDIS, but I just don't know what it's called. I believe there is like an arrow or something that actually points diagonal. But with Minecraft's limitations, this is the best we can do. So we also have the console, which is a lot deluxe version, I guess, of the TARDIS console. The time rotor is a lot adjusted higher, the height. Almost looks more like a pyramid, too, if you think about it. We also got some levers. This is the monitor here in the console. And this is actually like a bigger, like I guess, a map projection. You have these two, I guess these are supposed to represent like two big compasses, like the first and second Doctor's TARDISes had. And now we're going to move on to this room, and you also have this med bay area that the first Doctor's TARDIS had. And it's for their companions if they are ill or experiencing extreme high fever or weather conditions, like in the show. You also got a control station right here with a scanning device, scanning monitor, with some levers, buttons. This almost looks like where the BBC actually broadcasts the show. Like they have these different controls that they use to control lighting or like record the episode. I actually did not think of that at first, but it's kind of it has that feel to it. You also got a set of cabinets and also a lounging station where the Doctor and her companions can just discuss any plans or just relax in general. Okay, so that's it for this design. We're going to move on to the next one, which would be on the right side. Here is the bedroom area. Now this server actually does have a TARDIS plugin that I actually did use and created a TARDIS. This empty space here actually was where the TARDIS was at, the one that I made. I actually was testing it on to find a better spot for it, but so this is no longer here. It's actually somewhere in the creative world where I showcased my Gallifrey Roman Colosseum TARDIS, and as well as the other two TARDISes, which you can find on this channel. We also got a set of other hallways. Before we continue any further, excuse me. Okay, excuse me. So here is the next TARDIS design. You can also see this one's actually inspired a lot on the game Half-Life 2. And in that game, we have Dr. Kleiner's lab, this is what's supposed to represent in a TARDIS form. So we have different tables like in the game, as well as the monitor that's in Kleiner's office. lab. You also got this area here, which is where you find Gordon Freeman's hazmat suits and enabling to wear it. This is meant to represent the keypad dial that is seen in the game. You also got a couple of shelves and some tables with some monitors. And this is supposed to be a desktop or I guess another shelf in the game as well. It's actually a lot more messier in the game. Like there's usually some wires hanging on the table and on the floor, and also a printer as well. But with Minecraft's limitations, I mean, I could potentially create one, but this is like closer to what Minecraft can do. You also got this hat rack here, some shelves, light sources, the round things, and also the console room, which is very classic 1960s inspired. The controls are arranged differently, like with the other TARDISes. You got a blue compass here, a red button here, almost like a self-destruct or like a power, like turns the TARDIS off and turns it back on again. You also got these two levels. One is a area with shelves, so I guess it's like a storage space. You also got some item frames here that you can put items in. You also got a computer monitor here. The top level, you have some more boxes for storage, shelves, and also a working station. Okay, so next area here we have the transporter room. Not the one from Star Trek, but you also have this area here, which is supposed to be a computer controlling station where Dr. Kleiner and Barney try to fix the teleporter that Gordon Freeman is in to get to Alex, Vince, and also the other, not necessarily Black Mesa team, but just the people that Freeman is trying to get to. You also got some other technical areas here. You got this, I guess, looks like a controlling station. Instead, you have like a crafting table, some furnaces, blast furnace. This is like the closest thing we can get to how it is in Half-Life 2, for the most part. You also got this one, which is another technical piece that has a camera and a couple of levers and buttons too. And so this is where Gordon would sit, or maybe it might be like a lot higher, like maybe somewhere here too. I can always fix this later on too, but so far this is my rendition of the teleporter. You also got more controls here. They're very Doctor Who-like. You have this. Definitely during the 1970s, like in the Third Doctor era, they did have this type of computer device here, which is similar to what Half-Life 2 had when you're in Dr. Kleiner's lab. So that's basically, that covers everything for this TARDIS design. Kind of basic, a lot of empty areas that I can always add in later on. Perhaps make another video too if you guys want to see that. So why not? So we have another room here. This is the sauna or the spa area. I actually found a picture online on Google that actually had a design similar to this, which is kind of odd because I never seen that picture before or even know where that's from. But it is also from a spa. So this is actually what the picture looked like in terms of the walls. And these 4 stations are actually close to what I saw in the picture too. So we're gonna move deeper. We have more hallways. And so this is the last and third modern classic TARDIS design that I spend a lot of time more on the other ones, but just to give some variety, you have this design. So what do you think? Well, it's actually a lot going on right now. I can tell you that for sure. So this area here is almost like a modern take on what the first Doctor's TARDIS had, sort of. I think this door, like the way it's positioned, the door is actually a lot smaller. Um, but yeah, this is very classic inspired. You also got a storage room that has some chests to it. You also have the main console area, which the time rotor on this one, the one that powers the TARDIS and controls it and turns everything on, is almost based on more of the TARDIS lamp on the exterior. You also got the monitor that's very reminiscent of the 11th and 8th Doctors TARDIS. You also got this, I guess you can call it my version of the TARDIS light on the ceiling, like with the first Doctor's TARDIS and second. You also got this nice window area here. You also got this side here that I initially had this chair and that table on it, but then I also had a sort of Gallifrey monument station that had the symbol on it. But this is for now. This is just what it has yet. If you guys have an idea on what I should add, just let me know in the comments below, and I can always I can try to replicate that or just add something on there to make it more actually just fill that area space up. Okay, so we're gonna go in this side here. We got a med bay area. We also got the outside of the round things, which is also on this side too. Covered with some banners. Now we're gonna go inside this door hallway. We have more round things. And we got some more coming in different designs and also some trees. We've also got a greenhouse that you can look at. We have different plants. Some of them have disappeared, and I actually did not touch any of them, which is shocking because I don't know when. I built this whole thing on a sandbox, and I guess when Magician, who is actually a member on the server, imported it, I guess these plants are also considered entities, and so some of the entities did not get copied completely. We also got more round things, and also a fountain. We got more round things over here. And then we have this other room here, this other station that has like empty rooms, but some of them are actually filled with tables, as you can see here. So this is basically the lounge area. Or if you want to create a laboratory station. that's fine too. So let's see. Oh, oh yeah, we also have this area here too. Okay, so next we have this room here. We have a bedroom. Excuse me, I think my headphones are coming down a bit. Okay, so like I was saying, we have another bedroom here. We have some paintings, a rug, some table, a lamp, another closet or storage space, a space bunk bed, another hat or coat rack, storage space, and a room that's basically like a meditating room or maybe a makeup area with some drawers and also a chest. And the last piece in this design is this over here, which is the laboratory. So here is all the different, you have what looks like a magnifying glass, even though it's an empty bottle, so we can just change that. Hmm. Oh, okay, so I guess I can't, excuse me, I don't know what's going on. But basically, since it's all built, I cannot edit any of these items because they're all within invisible item frame. So yeah, the way it's positioned is the way it can be. We have some more storage spaces, some jars, potion of, or splash potion of regeneration. Kind actually fits because the show is known for regenerating. And basically the same thing like on the other side too. So we also got the actual room here, which is the technical room. This is the DNA station where you can drop if the doctor finds a piece of alien DNA or maybe an alien part of a limb or like a head of some sort, it goes right down here and then it gets processed and these arrows would actually get powered up. These item streams would actually display the subject and these arrows will actually indicate what that subject is. If you're like role playing or something, then that's what it's meant to be for. And all of it transfers all the way to these hoppers or droppers, cauldrons. You also got these two workstations with brewing stands and also some more jars. And you also got these plates too that can be used to like any dissect any alien life forms or any limbs or anything related to Slovene, Daleks, or Cybermen, perhaps? Silurians. Okay, so I want to make sure I covered everything. Oh, and the last one here. So this is my design of the fault locator, like in the first and second Doctors. Or actually, first Doctor's TARDIS. No, wait, second Doctor's TARDIS had it too, in the War Games. But yeah, so you also have these light boxes that make a return. You also have this computer station here. that's basically just a build at the moment. There is no controls yet. But you also got this huge window displaying space, and also I guess like a bit of stars off in the distance. They're like very tiny. I guess that's what those glowing dots represent. So yeah, and this is basically this is the same area that I reviewed before. And we also have this porch area that you can fly up on and explore this dome inside. So let me just go back and show you this design, the one that we just stepped out from, and show you the outside. Because it does actually look pretty similar to the Millennium Falcon that's in Star Wars, that Han Solo pilots. So we're just gonna go all the way back here. Excuse me, console. And let's see. So this is what the tour looks like on the outside. So yeah, you can already see the one we just visited just now is way bigger than those two. Okay, so looking at this portion of the TARDIS, you can see it kind of resembles the Millennium Falcon a little bit. Like this area here is where Han Solo and Chewbacca would sit, kind of. And then this is like the actual um, room that Luke, C-3PO, and R2-D2 play chess, along with Princess Leia or Ben Kenobi. And you can see all the other rooms in it as well. Some areas are actually cut off. Like you'll notice like the hallways here are not extended fully. These are just for decoration use. So yeah, see this one is actually opened a bit. But you can also see yeah the other TARDISes as well as the light source blocks. Yeah, but this tour took a while to like build, and this was my first ever build before making the other TARDISes on the sandbox world. Yes, so here's the exterior. So that's gonna conclude for this video. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to hit the bell notifications to receive more video alerts in this channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and this is Justwar12 from the Gamer Prowess Incorporated channel, signing off.